Okay. Well, we're going to start discussing some of the mistakes that I found in your last homework. It was keyword transformation, gerunds, and infinitives. So I really need you to take notes. Well, not really. You need to take notes because after this you're going to have a test. Um, in general, what I like to do is to explain something, give you time to ask me questions. If you say that you have understood, then I like to invite you to have a test to make sure that you have understood. Okay? So open your notebook and take down notes now. Okay. First thing I want to discuss is suggest. The sentence was, I think it would be a good idea if you joined the beginners class. So I think it would be a good idea. So I am suggesting, right? What I suggest is that you should join the class. There are two possibilities with suggest. This is possibility number one. When I suggest doing something and I am going to do it too, okay? And so I say, I suggest going back now. So I think it's a good idea for you and for me and for all the ones involved in the situation to go back. So I use suggest with ing because I am going to do that too. But if I am doing the suggestion and well, making a suggestion, really, sorry, and you are going to do it or somebody else is going to do what I suggest, then it's different. And this is a typical mistake. And I really, really want you to remember this. So go to number 2 here. It says, I suggest, but you do. You see, that's the situation. I am suggesting, but you are going to do what I suggest. In that case, the construction is, I suggest that you go back now. Alternatively, I can say, I suggest that you should go back now. It's the same. Probably with the should, it is a little bit more formal, but both are perfect for your exam. That's the way you have to write them. So you need to memorize this. Of course, I mean, any person can suggest that any other person does anything, right? So that will change. The I and the he or the you, that will change. But the part that comes, I mean, the form of the verb does not change. So look at this one. I am suggesting, and the suggestion is for a he to do something. So I say, I suggest that he should go back now. Okay, so remember this. When a person is suggesting and another person is doing or is supposed to do, because really we don't know if the person is going to do what the suggestion suggests. And in that case, you just write the infinitive of the verb. So he go. And sometimes it's easier, to remember that it's go if you use the should in front. So whatever you choose, should go or go, it will be perfect. But there are other things that students write translating from the Spanish which are not okay. So please remember this. So now I would really, really like you to do this. You're going to stop this for a minute, and I will know that you are paying attention because you're going to stop the video for a minute and you're going to send me an audio and reading one of these two sentences. You can choose. I suggest that you should go back now, or I suggest that he should go back now. The one you prefer, they are not really very different. And you do that, you send the audio, and you come back and you continue seeing the next part. Okay? All right. Come on, do that now. Stop me. Okay, well, I imagine that you have already sent that audio to me, which will tell me that you have been paying attention. Okay, so we continue with the next one. The next point, the next mistake I saw was with go on. And number 4 was in the future, she became a successful businesswoman. And it's an interesting sentence because it goes in the future, and the verb is in past. Why? Because I'm telling you a story of a woman, the life of this woman. Let's say al principio tuvo muchas dificultades, no le permitían estudiar porque era mujer y en ese momento a las mujeres no se les dejaba estudiar, pero ella intentó y bueno, en el futuro se transformó en una exitosa mujer de negocios. So, this is a very special sentence. You are talking about the future of a situation that is in the past. Okay, so the point is that we have to indicate this future. Remember that I told you about this, the first verb, the second verb. If you remember something and then you do it, then it is the infinitive. I remembered to go. Okay, well, go on is one of those verbs. If you go on with something new, something that comes next, then it is go on plus infinitive. You see here, it says, when she finished the English course, she went on to study French. So she was studying. Let me correct this. She was studying English, right? And then she finished. And the next thing she did was studying French. So she went on to do something different. Now, the gerund, remember the gerund, like in the other cases when I say she stopped walking to rest. I mean, stopped walking because she was walking. Okay? So when I say she went on working, I use the gerund because she was working and she went on, she continued doing the same thing. So remember then, go on with the gerund, you were doing something and you continue. Go on with the infinitive, you were doing something, you finish that, and you start doing a different thing. So you continue doing something, but this something is now different. Okay, next. I hate driving on the left at first, but now it's okay. All right, so there was a situation of the past that changed. So I hated driving on the left. But that was at first, because then it changed and now it's okay. All right, so you had used, and most of you made a mistake because you wrote I used to drive. But I used to drive is something that is completely in the past. And this sentence is telling you that something of the past changed. So it's not the same thing. So I cannot continue saying that I used to, because that is only about the past. So the thing is that odiaba hacer esto, pero ahora no. ¿Qué pasó? Me acostumbré. Okay, so used to means solía. So yo solía hacer tal cosa. La persona esta solía odiar manejar a la izquierda, ¿ok? Pero ahora se acostumbró a hacerlo, ¿ok? Entonces no es solía acostumbrarse o solía manejar a la izquierda, no. Yo me acostumbré a manejar del lado de la izquierda. Eso sería me acostumbré, got used to driving on the left. Y en este caso, como dice now, no está hablando de cuando se acostumbró, sino que ahora está acostumbrado a. Ahora ya es su costumbre, es su hábito, es ahora. Entonces sería, yo estoy acostumbrado a manejar a la izquierda ahora. O sea, ya no es un problema para mí. ¿Ok? Entonces, yo estoy acostumbrado es I am used to. Anyway, the most important thing for you to remember is that when I have the verb to be or the verb get in front of used to, I need a gerund. No way out. It must be a gerund. Okay? All right? Well, the last one. And don't bother to apply for the job. Don't bother. No te molestes, mira. ¿Para qué te vas a molestar? And there is the word point, so it's an expression with point. Now, there are two expressions that we have seen lately about point. The first one was some exercises ago, and I thought it was very difficult, and I gave you the answer. Then I checked because I was in doubt, and I thought I had made a mistake, but I continued checking because I hate making mistakes. I know it's okay, but I don't like it. And so I found another source that gives both possibilities as correct. And the definition then of on the point of or at the point of doing something is at a time just before doing something. Está a punto de. We say that. Está a punto de. So she was at the point of leaving when he asked her to dance. Or the police are on the point of solving the case. Están a punto de. Okay. Now, this one no era está a punto de solicitar el trabajo. No. No tenía ni que molestarse porque no tenía sentido en esta situación solicitar el trabajo. No se lo iban a dar porque la persona que quiere para el trabajo tiene que hablar inglés y esta persona no hablaba de nada de inglés. Así que don't bother to apply for the job. Ok, esta es otra expresión distinta, que es there is, or there are, or there was no point in doing something. Meaning that some particular action will serve no purpose or will not yield any worthwhile results. Will not yield any worthwhile results es que no va a dar ningún resultado que valga la pena. So, two different expressions. In this case, the only one that I can use is this one because the meaning has to do with the meaning of the original sentence. However, a thing I want you to remember is that every time you use an expression finished in a preposition, for example, the expression at the point of, or when you say no point in, the in can be omitted, but preferably not. Well, both of them are followed by the ing. Why? Because of the rule that prepositions are generally followed by the gerund. That's a very good rule that will help you many times. Okay? Okay. Well, that's it. Okay, let's go back to the chat.